Good evening. Glad you're with us tonight. The WCGT TV 16 High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight we're back at Smith Station High School, TC Britton Field, Panthers Stadium for a Region 3 showdown between the Auburn Baby Tigers, who enter tonight's contest. The Alabama 6A classification, they're 5-1 overall, 4-0 in region play. They have clinched a postseason berth later on this season. Here against the Smith Station Panthers, who entered tonight's contest with a 2-4 record, 1-2 in region play. Alongside DJ Jones, I am Chris Blackshear. This last two times these two teams have met here on the gridiron. 2 years ago here at Smith Station, when the triple overtime, Auburn won that football game. Last year, Smith Station was up 21-7 late, lost that football game late in regulation. It's been 10 years since the Panthers have defeated the Tigers of Auburn. Robert Maddox in his third season at Auburn. It's just amazing the turnaround. Just 3 years removed from a semifinal berth. You know, they ended the season back in 2001 under Dwight Jones, who's the head football coach over at Northside now. They were 5-5 at the end of the regular season. Made it to the state semifinals, and then last year under Robert Maddox, they won 4 football games but still made it to the playoffs. They seem to finally be getting things on track over at Auburn.
You have to be impressed with what Coach Maddox has been able to do. Dwight Jones, of course, a few years back was able to make a great run despite a very average, very mediocre season. But again, you have to admire what Maddox has done. He's put his Auburn Tigers in a position that they are the front runners here in this region race, and they just need to take care of business tonight. However, they're going to catch some problems from Coach Trey Holliday's Panthers here, because they're here on their home turf, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive as well. And a couple of key players, their quarterback, Stringer, and halfback, Harry Cox, are extraordinary athletes, and I look forward to seeing these guys play today.
Well, our third member of our broadcast team, Rachel Barbeau, had an opportunity earlier to catch up with Auburn head football coach Robert Maddox. Let's go down to Rachel now.
Coach, you coached at the professional level, at the college level. How did that help you prepare to come back and coach at the prep level?
Well, let me say this first of all. I would say the vast majority of your high school coaches could coach at the college level. The difference is the time you have to spend in preparation. In high school, you got to prepare for teaching your classes. In college, all you do is work on preparing for games. So that's the biggest difference. Just the fact that I've had lots of time to be able to prepare for different games. And doing it for 28 years now, got a little something to call back on.
So much has been said about your new offensive scheme this year. What can we expect tonight?
Well, I mean, I hope we move the ball is what I hope. We're sitting there a pretty good 1-2 punch with Dominique Reese at quarterback, because he's real quick, and Michael Reese at running back. He's a real strong physical runner. So, that's what we're counting on. That's what's been our bread and butter, and then play action and throwing off of it. And we've had some receivers step up and done well for this year. So, just the same old thing. Dominique making big plays and Dooney getting the hard-nosed yardage.
Are there any other key players we should watch for tonight?
Well, I think on defense, you need to watch for number 22, Ricardo Hutchinson, and number 70, L.D. Scott. Another one I'd keep an eye on is number 10, Desmond Scott. And Dominique Reese is going to be playing safety tonight, too. So, those are guys you got to keep an eye on, because I'm counting on them making plays.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. Now turning our attention to the Panthers of Smith Station. They won the first game of the season 42-7 over Jordan. They stumbled to 4 consecutive losses. A lot of football games, specifically the Eufaula game and the Harris County football game. They really dominated the game. They had over double the amount of yardage, the double amount of offensive plays, but they're not getting the breaks they need to win where it counts, and that's on the scoreboard. But a big victory last week here in overtime against Northview, 21-14, kept Smith Station's playoff hopes alive, and they've never made the 6A state playoffs. And Coach Holliday is saying with a win here tonight, this is a big step towards that goal.
What we're going to need, definitely, I'm sure that Coach Holliday could vouch for me on this, is that Terrell Stringer has been playing extremely well from the quarterback position, and he's certainly going to have a good night tonight in order for this Smith Station Panther football team to have a chance to win this football game.
All right, let's go back down to the field now where Rachel's standing by with Smith Station head football coach Trey Holliday.
Coach, you broke a 4-game losing streak with a win last week. How did that help you prepare for this game?
Well, it helped us emotionally, I guess would be the best word. We've come back with a lot more enthusiasm this week than we have had the last 2 weeks.
What, turnovers in the past couple of games have really killed you? How do you plan on controlling those this week?
Well, we've continuously preached on it. We're still plus as far as the year is concerned in turnover giveaway. But what we've got to do and what we've got to focus on right now is not having big plays, including turnovers. And that's what's killed us, is the critical penalty or the critical big play that we've given up a touchdown on.
So much has been said about Auburn's offense and them spreading it out. Does that change anything for your defense, or what did you do in preparation for that?
Well, our region traditionally has been a wing T region, but has turned into a spread offense. So we see it every week, and what they're doing, we see every week. Now, they have a great quarterback, and they have some good receivers and running backs. So what we've got to do is just play disciplined, sound football.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. DJ, now let's turn our attention to the Coca-Cola keys of the game.
Well, the Coca-Cola keys to the game, I think, for the most part, I think that Terrell Stringer has to be consistent for the Panthers. He has to make sure that he comes out and does the things that he's been doing well the last few weeks, and that's not turning the ball over. He has to definitely get the ball into the hands of the good athletes, a la Harry Cox, and I think that they'll be fine. On defense for the Panthers, they have to contain this Auburn offense, because Auburn is very, very dangerous to have a good running game and a very adequate passing attack.
All right, well, that's going to do it here. Coming up next in the WCGT TV16 High School Football Game of the Week is the Panthers, the Tigers. There's a cat fight. It's coming at you next on TV16.
The 2005s have already arrived at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, so we're closing the door on 2004.
Save big, up to $11,000 off on 04 Lincoln Town Car.
Get the best deal ever on 04 Lincoln Navigator with up to $11,000 in savings.
Get up to $8,000 in customer cash on Mercury Grand Marquis or Marauder.
Save up to $8,000 on Mercury Mountaineer.
And Mercury Sable starting at just $15,995.
Get them before they're gone at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, Uptown Columbus.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
It's the TV16 High School Football Game of the Week. Glad you're with us tonight alongside DJ Jones. I am Chris Blackshear. Rachel Barbeau, as always, will be roaming the sideline for you tonight. Panthers Stadium on the campus, Smith Station High School. Big region football game as the Panthers come onto the stadium. Senior night on the campus. Also fall break, so you might notice by some of the shots the attendance not where it's typically for Smith Station football game. But hey, if I'm a kid and I'm not participating in football, it'd be kind of hard for me to come back from out of town, DJ, a couple days early for a football game.
You're absolutely right, but at the same time, for all the kids that are here, I'm sure that we'll see the school spirit, and I know that the players will play just as hard, whether they have a crowd full or whether they just can deal with what they have here tonight.
And when you look at things in this football game, what a twist Region 3 is taking this year. You're always typically having Opelika in Central at the top of the region, but all of a sudden the Auburn Tigers find themselves 4-0 in region play. Central's fighting for their playoff life. Opelika is sitting there in second place, but they already have one loss in the region also. Big 17-16 loss to Central last week. Great football game. We had that on the Game of the Week. But somebody that I know is probably not as glad that it's kickoff, or actually football, DJ, is a little bit cooler here tonight. So I third member of our broadcast team, Rachel Barbeau. Let's go down to the sideline now and check in for her. Rachel, I'm sure it's a little chilly down there.
It is, Chris. You know, Auburn is hoping that history repeats itself. They've won 2 out of the last 3 meetings. But if the Panthers can keep hope alive tonight, with a win tonight, the Panthers will have their first ever 6A playoff hope. So we're just hoping tonight the Panthers can come back, and and Auburn's hoping the same thing. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. And we were talking last week at Opelika how long should have the shorts on. They're gone.
Tonight's the night, man. We're all covered up pretty good here.
Smith Station will be receiving the kick. Chris Beck kicking the football for the Tigers. It's going to be taken in by Cordero Lockhart at the 15. Reversing his field. cuts out across the 20, out till about the 23-yard line. He's going to be stopped right there by the Panthers, but decent field position for Smith Station to start 1st and 10.
It is decent field position, but Lockhart really didn't give himself a chance to get take advantage of that return opportunity, running vertically instead of up the field. That you would think he would find a seam and go, but he went across the field there. But hey, they ended up being in pretty decent field position.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Terrell Stringer, 70 of 147, 668 yards on the season, is the quarterback for the Panthers. Handoff, left side, goes to Garrett Fuller. Minimum gain out across the 25, almost the 26-yard line. Let's give it 3 yards, make it 2nd and 7 now. And a late flag comes in the middle of the field.
I've always been impressed with the size of the Panther offensive line. They have, I'm sure they have to have an average weight of about 270, 280 pounds across the front there with their offensive linemen.
Looks like the penalty is going to be stepped off against the Tigers of Auburn, and it seems like it's going to be a big yardage. 15-yard penalty on the Tigers. It's going to be a dead ball personal foul on the Tigers, unsportsmanlike conduct. So after that, move the football all the way out to the 41-yard line of Smith Station, 1st and 10.
Nice break there early for the Panthers, and I know that Coach Holliday is getting a kick out of this one.
Just underway. Panther Stadium senior night. We talk about the cool weather, but this is how football should be played, not when it's 98 degrees in late August.
Tell you, every week so far we've been talking about cramps and dehydration. This shouldn't be a big problem tonight.
Stringer under center, 2 wideouts to the near side. Stringer takes the football. Garrett Fuller he's out across the 45. Breaks out across the 50, still on his feet, fighting down to the 47-yard line of the Tigers. Change are going to move another 1st down for the Panthers.
Very impressive and powerful run by the senior running back, Garrett Fuller, there, and showing that he's come to play here early, and he's setting the tone for this Panther offense.
Ball at the 48 of the Tigers. 11-15 and counting remaining scoreless 1st quarter. Stringer takes the football, gives it to Garrett Fuller once again, bounces off 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, but cannot break the grasp of DeMarcus Brown. Play loses a yard back to the 49, make it 2nd and 11.
Fuller tried his best to make something happen there, spinning to the outside, but right into the arms of DeMarcus Brown.
It's been the Terrell Stringer handoff to Garrett Fuller evening so far here, the offense for the Panthers, but it's been very productive. Jair Roscoe, Cordero Lockhart, your wideouts to the near side. Harry Cox goes in motion. Fuller has the football right side this time. Does not get out of the grasp, but number 22 for the Tigers. That's Ricardo Hutchison on the stop. 3rd and long now for the Panthers.
Hutchison came up very aggressively and went up high, and tell you what, for him to be able to take Fuller down the way he did, obviously that shows you that he has some upper body strength.
Starting offense, Ken Horton's your center, Mark Keish and Courtney Willis, your guards, Marion Jones, Antonio Weeks, your tackles, Cordero Lockhart, one of your wideouts, and also Jair Roscoe. Harry Cox in the backfield. Stringer under center on the 3rd and 10. Harry Cox comes in motion. Stringer rolling to pass. The football is caught. Roscoe inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. Jair Roscoe, the 5'11", 175 senior. Nice protection from offensive line, good completion for the Panthers.
You're right, absolutely. And last week we saw a couple of great junior quarterbacks as Insminger for Hopalika and Alexander for Central. But Terrell Stringer is another one of those juniors that is holding his own. I understand that he has been doing quite well in the last few weeks since we've had their game here against Central. And he's been throwing the ball a lot. And I look for him to also be another name added to that recruiting list that's going to be highly regarded next year.
12-yard pass completion, 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 36 of the Tigers. Stringer on the quarterback keeper left side, falls for it and give him maybe a yard. The stop's made right there by Denzel Carter, the Tigers, 2nd and 9.
Terrell Stringer has a cousin that's playing quarterback down at Tuskegee right down the road here. Had a chance to meet him at a media luncheon during the Tuskegee Morehouse week just last week.
9:30 and counting remaining, scoreless 1st quarter. Opening drive of the night. The Panthers had the football Started back inside their own 30. Now they're at the 35 of the Tigers. 2 wideouts, 1 to each side. Stringer takes the football, keeps it straight at the gut. He's inside the 30, fights forward down to the 29-yard line. Going to be short of a first down. But it's surprising, coming to this football game, Smith Station's thrown 147 times. Tonight they're going under center. They're not spreading out. They're just playing smash-mouth football.
Well, apparently they were able to see something on the film when they studied this Auburn football team. But you know as well as I do, Chris, even teams that throw the ball, if they can establish a running game up early, then that makes it just that much easier for the passing game. We saw Terrell Stringer in this passing attack about 3 weeks ago when we were here doing the Central Panther game, and at that time Stringer showed some very good signs of being a very good quarterback.
3rd and 3 at the 34, actually the 28 of the Tigers. Handoff right side, that's Jarrett Ashford. Gets down very close to the first down. Looks like he might be a little short. Decision time for Coach Trey Holliday.
That it is, but I still think that the momentum is still in favor with the Panthers, and they're at home. They're playing right here in their own backyard here at Panther Stadium, TC Britton Field, and I expect them to go for it.
There's a good look at Coach Trey Holliday. 3rd season as the head coach of the Panthers. 4th down, and they're officially still going to say 3 for the Tigers. 2 wideouts, 1 to each side. Stringer goes under center. Big play here early in this football game. Long count from Stringer. Looks like he's trying to draw Auburn off sides. It doesn't work. Smith Station is going to burn a timeout. Let's do the same thing. 7:47 remaining first quarter. When we come back, let's see what the decision the Panthers coaching staff makes on 4th and 3. It's the TV 16 high school football game of the week.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barbeau, your sideline reporter for the Columbus War Dogs and personal sales representative for Mountain Lake Log Homes. Did you know log homes are 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a conventional home and last up to 500 years? Log on to www.bestloghomes.com to check out our full-page color catalog, or call me, Rachel, at 221-LOGS. If you want to be a part of a winning team and your goal is a log home, call me and I'll assist you with all your dreams.
Stadium, 7:47 remaining, scoreless first quarter. The Panthers 4th and 3 after a timeout. They decide to still go for it. Big play here at the Panthers. Want to try to keep their score in hopes to drive on this opening possession. Stringer under center. 2 wideouts to the far side of the field. Harry Cox goes in motion. Harry Cox has the football. Going to be very close to a first down. He takes it around right in. Mitchell Dean in the ball game, starting linebacker.
I have to get used to seeing these high school sets. It never ceases to amaze me how these guys run horizontal to the line of scrimmage, but that's what you have when you have these double wing sets as they hand off, or at least the quarterback hands off the ball to the running back, Harry Cox, running him back across the actual line of scrimmage, looking for a seam to cut up inside to get the first down.
Well, we're going to have a measurement, and the chain guys aren't going to like this one. They got to run all the way across the field to the Panther sideline. The ball is just short of the 25-yard line of the Tigers. Clock stops, 7:29 remaining first quarter, no score. I'm sure the Panthers are hoping a couple links of the chain are missing here to make sure they get it. This has been a very impressive opening drive for the Panthers.
It has, and they've controlled the tempo thus far, and of course, going for this first down is what I expected, and certainly if they make it, I do look for them to go ahead and punch it in and get a score here.
And the chains are being stretched.
Looks like they got it.
And it is a Smith Station, we don't know yet. First down. We thought they might have to go to the old card in the pocket, but they didn't have to. But that is the 4th first down picked up on this drive by the Panthers. A 15-yard penalty from the Tigers on the first play of the game really did help, but great drive here, and they've been running the football, only one pass play on this drive.
Another player that has to stand out in your mind when you watch Smith Station play is Harry Cox, the senior running back. He's only 150 pounds, but he's their go-to guy. He's the guy that can do a lot of things and make some excitement happen for this offensive football team.
2 wide outs to the near side, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Tigers. Handoff, that's Mitchell Dean, left side, trying to break loose of several tackles, but give him maybe 1 or 2 yards there. Stops made, Jamie Dintrich of the Tigers defense.
Mitchell Dean, another one of those impressive-looking athletes for the Panthers. And again, the last time we were here when they played Central, he made at least 10 tackles from his linebacking position.
Yeah, and Smith Station does have a lot of players going both ways. They normally at any time could have 4 to 5 players, if not more, going in both directions. 6:50 and counting, scoreless first quarter. For a 2nd and 8, the Panthers have it at the 28 of the Tigers. Kind of a weird night. You know, you would think a team of, and we'll get a shot at this later, a team that's 5-1, 4-0 in the region would have more than maybe 200 people coming to watch the football game. The Stringers under center. Handoff, Harry Cox, right side, gets inside the tackles, inside the 20. Fights down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Smash mouth football. Desmond Scott on the stop for the Tigers. But it's another Smith Station first down, 9-yard run.
It's truly amazing to see a 150-pound tailback hit it up in there with the speed and quickness that Harry Cox have. But he's an explosive runner. And I tell you, 150 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have the heart as big as Harry Cox, you can see why he does so well.
Yeah, and Coach Trey Holiday says that he truly plays a lot bigger than his 150. 1st and 10. Harry Cox has the football right side, stops, changes directions, thrown to the turf at about the 11-yard line, but J.T. Gibson on the stop for the Tigers. And Robert Maddox, he's very vocal on the sideline, very animated. He won a couple national championships in Division II as a defensive coordinator, so why not call the defense?
And, Chris, you made reference to this, the crowd that's following Auburn that's not here. Man, I know that the Matt Jones show with Arkansas, they're going to be on the Plains tomorrow. Do you think that a lot of the crowd that follows this high school team is the same crowd that follows the college team?
I don't know. I'm going to have an opportunity to go over there and watch that game.
Are you?
Yeah. So
say hello to my cousin Matt Jones, will you?
Matt Jones, I'll tell him. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Handoff, that's Cordero Lockhart. He's inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. And listen to this drive here, DJ, as we see how impressive it is. Not only is there only 5 minutes and counting remaining in the first quarter, that's 7 minutes of the clock. That was just the 14th play of the drive for the Panthers for a total of 56 yards.
That's very impressive, but I'm more impressed with the faking that's going on that quarterback Terrell Stringer is doing. Although, he's handing the ball off, he's carrying out his fakes, and I tell you what, he's fundamentally sound, and you can tell that the offensive coach is doing a great job of teaching him the fundamentals of playing that quarterbacking position.
Big play here, 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. At the 6-yard line of the Tigers, Stringer takes the football. Garrett Fuller has it. He's inside the 5, falls for it till about the 3. Going to have the first down. Great job of protecting the football because he got popped right on it and almost jarred it loose.
Yeah, in fact, you're absolutely right. Garrett Fuller is a very impressive runner up inside, very powerful, 5'10", 180-pound running back.
Change will move. Clock continues to run, and hey, that's an offense that averages 28 points a game as Auburn does. What a better way to keep points off the board. Don't give them the football. 4:20 and counting, first quarter, 1st and goal for the Panthers at the 3-yard line of the Tigers. Harry Cox has the football right side, trying to get inside the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Panthers. Impressive, DJ.
Very impressive. Very impressive, putting the ball into the hands of your playmaker, Harry Cox, running around the right end and finding a seam and darting up inside for the score.
Coach Trey Holiday said this was the best week of practice he's had all year. 16 plays, 62 yards on the drive. Freshman kicker now, Jeff Carrero on for the point after. Kicks up, kicks long enough, and the kick is good. So with 4:08 remaining, first quarter, Smith Station goes 16 plays, uses almost 8 minutes of the clock. They're on top 7-0.
Before you hit the diamond, check out Team Sports Supply for all your uniform and equipment needs. To perform the best, you need the best, and that's what Team Sports Supply offers. Bats, balls, gloves, cleats, and all the other equipment you need from names like Russell, Bike, Reebok, Louisville, Wilson, All-Star, and others. We've been fitting and servicing Team Sports since 1969, and we're ready to fit you today with good-looking uniforms and safe equipment. Team Sports Supply. Team Sports Supply. 5381 Veterans Parkway.
The 2005s have already arrived at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, so we're closing the door on 2004.
Save big, up to $11,000 off on 04 Lincoln Town Car.
Get the best deal ever on 04 Lincoln Navigators with up to $11,000 in savings.
Get up to $8,000 in customer cash on Mercury Grand Marquis or Marauder.
Save up to $8,000 on Mercury Mountaineer.
And Mercury Sable starting at just $15,995.
Get them before they're gone at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, Uptown Columbus.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
Plays, 62 yards, 7 minutes and 52 seconds later. Smith Station's on top 7-0. DJ, you can't draw it up any better than that.
No, you can't. You can't draw it up any better than that. But this is an opportunity now for the Smith Station Panthers to really put their stamp on this thing. I don't see a lot of enthusiasm from a team that's leading the region here, and I'm talking about these Auburn Tigers. I know that they just went up against a 16-play drive for a score by the Panthers, but I still look for a little bit more intensity.
Short kick. Going to bounce at the 20. Going to be picked up at the 18-yard line. Auburn reversing field out across the 20. Coming to the near side, out across the 30. Out across the 35, out across the 40. The ball carrier is Ricardo Hutchinson. He's in Panther territory down to the 47-yard line. Now, a return like that will get you right back into the football game.
Well, I mean, that just erased everything I just said, and I see that the team is back up and going, and that's what they needed. They needed a boost and got it on the return.
35 yards. Let's check in with Rachel down on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, senior tailback Harry Cox, the guy that was at the helm of that drive, all the impressive drive all the way down the field, has gotten letters from Kentucky, from Tuskegee, from Morehouse, and has even made a visit to UAB. Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. Spread offense now. You're seeing its best. Quarterback keeper around the right end. That's going to be Dominique Reese, the ball carrier. Gets inside the 45 till about the 44-yard line. Going to be run out of bounds by Adam Nelson of the Panthers.
Well, if you hadn't had opportunity to see this Auburn Tiger football team play, certainly by that first play and the elusiveness of a quarterback, Dominique Reese, that gives you a good indication of this guy's a playmaker. He was doing some moves and some shakes out there that you don't normally see coming from a quarterback.
2nd 7 for the Tigers, just inside the 45 of the Panthers. Vincent Kirk, the ball carrier, around right in. The speedster's inside the 40. He's inside the 35. Still on his feet down to the 30-yard line where he's finally stopped, changed, are going to move. And you can just see one thing that makes this Tigers offense is so productive, just a lot of speed.
You're absolutely right. That's what I just said. Of course, the first little scramble by the quarterback, Reese, and secondly by Kirk on that reverse.
13-yard run that time by Vincent Kirk. Has a first down at the 30-yard line of the Panthers. 3.5 minutes remaining, first quarter. 7-0 Smith Station. Handoff. Right side gains absolutely nothing. Mike Reese, the ball carrier that time for the Tigers.
Here's a question for you, Chris. Mike Reese, the running back that's starting for Auburn, and the quarterback, Dominic Reese. What's the chances of those guys being related?
They probably had Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner together before, I would think. Spread offense, shotgun formation for Reese. Reese throws quick pass ahead to Vincent Kirk. He catches. He's inside the 30. Stops. Like John Travolta on the dance floor. He's just stepping all over the place out there, but gains absolutely nothing. Maybe 2 yards, third and long.
Let me tell you something. Vincent Kirk, what you just saw him doing by him stopping, planting, and going back the other way, you would have thought that he was on a parking lot in sneakers or either on AstroTurf with turf shoes. But he's doing all of that quick stopping and starting on natural grass. He's a pretty quick guy.
I would break something. I would absolutely break something.
He's going to make somebody break something before the night's over.
3rd and 7, big play here as Kirk goes in motion. Reese takes the football, rolling to his left, looking to throw the football quick, hits Kirk, and Kirk goes straight down, and he's going to be knocked down. It looks like Brenton Avert on the stop. It's going to be very close to a Tiger first down.
Big time hit by Brenton Avert, the senior, 6'1", 180 pounds, and that's how you stop all that shaking and dancing. You just come up and put your helmet right between the numbers and lower the boom. That's, you make people think about you.
Looks like they're going to send Chris Beck in the field goal unit on. Chris Beck's been a kicker for a long, long time for the Tigers. Has a very strong leg. Already kicked a 51-yarder earlier this season, so well within his range. It will be a 41-yard field goal. Justin Spencer will be holding. 1:32 and counting remaining, first quarter. Auburn trying to get 3 points here on the board. Have a good snap. And he misses it. It was a good snap, but he missed it. And Lorenzo Hart recovers it. And we've seen that happen several times here when Terrell Stringer punted the football for Smith Station against Central. He missed the whole football. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Justin Spencer dropped the ball. That's what happened. Steve Ballas, or better known as DJ Scribble here, sitting in the booth, that Spencer just dropped the football. And what a break for Smith Station. They get the ball at the 31.
I was just thinking about that, and I was reflecting back on that same game where Stringer dropped the ball on a punt, but maybe that's the Bermuda Triangle part of the field there. That's kind of bad luck for actually the kicking game.
1st and 10, second offensive series of the night for the Panthers. They scored on their first one. They're up 7-0, 1:19 left first quarter. Stringer goes under center. Harry Cox goes in motion. Handoff. Ashford, right side. He goes nowhere, just driven to the ground by Brandon Dorsey of the Tigers.
Big break for the Panthers, not giving the Tigers an opportunity to get some points on the board. Chris Beck is a very adequate kicker, and I think that he was well within his range, but I know down the stretch, those points that weren't allowed at that particular point were going to count big for the Panthers.
We're going to give Ashford a yard, so let's make it 2nd and 9 now at the 32 of the Panthers. 48 seconds remaining, first quarter and counting. 2 wideouts to the far side this time for the Panthers. Really using the clock also, making sure they can keep the football away from Auburn as long as possible. Stringer hands the football off. That's Mitchell Dean running hard, bust out till about the 35-yard line. 3-yard gain, make it 3rd and 6 now for the Panthers. That should be the final play, DJ, of a quick moving first quarter.
We got a report from Rachel talking about Harry Cox and the interest that's being shown to him, but Mitchell Dean is another very impressive-looking senior football player that I'd be surprised if he didn't have a lot of college scouts looking at him. Hopefully we can hear from Rachel a little bit later on Dean's progress as far as the college coaches recruiting him.
Into the first quarter here, Panthers Stadium, Smith Station on top of the Tigers, 7-0. You're watching the TV16 high school football game of the week.
The 2005s have already arrived at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, so we're closing the door on 2004.
Save big, up to $11,000 off on 04 Lincoln Town Car.
Get the best deal ever on 04 Lincoln Navigators with up to $11,000 in savings.
Get up to $8,000 in customer cash on Mercury Grand Marquis or Marauder.
Save up to $8,000 on Mercury Mountaineer.
And Mercury Sable starting at just $15,995.
Get them before they're gone at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, Uptown Columbus.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0000. 0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barbeau, your sideline reporter for the Columbus War Dogs and personal sales representative for Mountain Lake Log Home. Did you know log homes are 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a conventional home and last up to 500 years? Log on to www.bestloghomes.com to check out our full-page color catalog or call me, Rachel, at 221-LOGS. If you want to be a part of a winning team and your goal is a log home, call me and I'll assist you with all your dreams.
1 quarter in the book. Smith Station on top, 7-0. First quarter, Smith Station 66 total yards, 54 rushing, 12 passing. Auburn 23 yards, 18 rushing, 5 passing. Auburn attempted a field goal, but it was not even wasn't even an attempt. Justin Spencer, the holder, fumbled the snap. It was recovered by Lorenzo Hart of the Panthers, and Smith Station has the football. Teams change into the field. 3rd and 6 for the Panthers at their own 35. 2 wide outs to the far side. Stringer hands the football off. That's Harry Cox. Harry Cox breaks 1 tackle, but he cannot break the grasp of Shonda Smith. Panthers had to punt the ball for the first time.
Another interesting note for the Auburn Tigers is that former Central High School and Auburn star running back James Joseph was on this staff for a long time, but he was able to land a job down at Troy. And, of course, I know that he's a coach that's definitely missed on this Auburn staff.
Harry Cox seems to be limping, but he's still out there on the punt team. Back deep is Mike Reese, the speedster for the Panthers. Terrell Stringer sent it to 21. Stringer gets a good snap, gets a good kick. Bounces, rolls inside the 30, and rolls dead at the 25-yard line. Auburn was set up shop after the 39-yard punt. And I guess the Auburn Tiger mascot, something very strange. For some reason, he has our statistician, the boss, Kevin Bell's favorite cartoon character, SpongeBob, SquarePants. They favor too, DJ, if you really look at them close enough.
Yeah, they do. And I tell you, they got so many mascots and so many of these cartoon characters now that if you don't have a kid, it's hard for you to keep up with.
That's why I'm telling you. I'm doubled up then. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 25-yard line. Vincent Kirk comes in motion. Reese rolling. Going to keep the football. He's out across the 25, out to the 30-yard line. Speed. This is the quickest football team I've seen offensively since the LaGrange game, DJ.
Definitely the quarterback, Dominic Reese. He has some wheels, and we've already seen what Vincent Kirk can do. And Mike Reese is the other running back in the backfield that makes up this very speedy Auburn Tiger offensive football team.
4 wideouts. It's the true spread offense for the Tigers. 2nd and 4. Quick pass caught by Desmond Scott, dropped by Desmond Scott. 3rd and 4.
And that's a typical case of Scott hearing the footsteps. You often hear times of receivers hearing the footsteps of a defensive back, and that was the perfect example.
There's a good look at Dominique Reese playing peekaboo from behind your buddy, the pole, DJ.
Yeah, that's my buddy, Mr. Pole.
3rd and 5 for the Tigers at their own 30. Reese keeps the football. Now he pitches it to Reese. And he trips up short of the first down, loses his footing at about the 33-yard line, but good pursuit to the football, leading the way Lorenzo Hart, Mitchell Dean over here, and also Garrett Fuller.
A little unusual there by the offensive team. With all this speed, they're running an option into the short field when you got guys as speedy as Reese at quarterback and the other Reese, Mike Reese, at tailback. You would want to give those guys the benefit of having the wide side of the field to use that speed.
Auburn punting the football. Chris Beck back on. Hopefully his punt, he's hoping, will be better than his last field goal attempt. Harry Cox, Cordero Lockhart dropping back deep for the Panthers. Beck has a very, very strong leg. Standing at his own 19. High snap, but he gets it down, gets a short, wobbly kick. It's going to bounce, be touchdown at the 26-yard line. It's such an ugly punt. Got a very good roll. 41-yard punt by Chris Beck. So with 9:40 remaining in the first half, 7-0. Logos Amigos Cantina in downtown Columbus, home of the original tequila bar and the best Mexican food in Columbus. Also Team Sports Supply on Veterans Parkway, your official location for the high school Letterman's jacket since 1969. Coca-Cola and Walmart salutes our hometown heroes and supports the high school football game of the week. High school football sponsored by Dr. Jade Bronwyn, Columbus's area sports chiropractor. Third offensive series of the night for the Panthers. This one starts at their own 26, 1st and 10. They're on top 7-0. Harry Cox has the football left side. Gets maybe 2 yards. Going to be knocked down by Shonday Smith of the Tigers defense.
Well, you have to be impressed thus far with the effort given by the Smith Station Panthers, keeping this region-leading Auburn Tiger football team out of the end zone and controlling the clock for most of the first half.
So far, 21 offensive plays for Smith Station to Auburn's 8. There's your difference right there.
Yeah.
Also the scoreboard, 7-0. Smith Station on top. They have a second and 8 at their own 29. Stringer hands the football off. That is Jarrett Ashford. He busts out across the 40, out across the 45. Finally stopped at the 47 by Vincent Kirk.
The big fullback, Jared Ashford, punched it up in there, and I don't know if he had his eyes open or not, but looked like he was looking for somewhere to fall down, but really felt that had some, nobody was grabbing or reaching for him, so he was able to get a nice little gain there. 19
yards on the gain. Smith Station moving the football very effectively. Again, already 76 rushing yards. 2 wideouts to the near side. Stringer under center. Ashford has the football again. Gets maybe 2 yards, 3 yards actually. Just keeps those feet churning. Falls across the 50 to the 49-yard line of the Tigers. And DJ, if you think back when we were here in the first half of the football game against Central and Smith Station really was able to move the football some there too, and they actually led in that football game 3-0 early before fatigue with so many players going both ways hurt them. That shouldn't hurt them tonight with such the cool weather and also 5 more games under your belt. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers at the 49. Harry Cox has the football. He's trying to go around left side. Turned his shoulders north and south. Follows some blocking all the way down to the 41-yard line. Should be good enough for a Smith Station first down.
What you mentioned, Chris, as far as the elements, as far as last time we were here when we saw this Smith Station team, and again, a great football team, just too many players that went both ways early on when it was still hot and humid. That's not going to factor here late in the season because it's so cool now. So I'm sure that those same players that were having problems early in the year with the humidity, they don't have to deal with that tonight.
Change do move at the 41 of the Tigers, 1st and 10. 8 first downs on the night for the Panthers. 7:45 and counting left in the first half of play. 7-0 Smith Station. Stringer takes the football. Mitchell Dean has it this time. Mitchell Dean's inside the 40. Down to the 39-yard line. Ricardo Hutchinson on the stop. And that defense is just as equally as quick for Auburn as their offense.
I tell you, I'm still really, like I said, you're just looking at the size of the line, starting with the center, Ken Horton, the 2 guards, Courtney Willis, as well as Mark Kinsey, and as well as Antonio Weeks and Marion Jones at tackle. Those guys are very impressive in stature. They look like a college line.
2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Harry Cox has the football. Harry Cox loses back to the original line of scrimmage. Play losers 3, 3rd and 10. Good stop that time by Desmond Scott.
Brandon Dorsey also had a say in that.
Only the 2nd negative play of the night for the Panthers. 3rd and 10 at the 41-yard line of the Tigers. 2 wideouts to the far side. First time this evening we see Stringer in the shotgun formation. 4 wides for the Panthers. He's under some heavy pressure. Stringer throws it real quick to Harry Cox. Harry Cox has the football. He's inside the 35. Harry Cox inside the 30. It's a foot race inside the 20. Inside the 15-yard line. Falling knocked down from behind by Desmond Scott. But give Terrell Stringer all the credit in the world there because they had an Auburn defender right in his face mask. Pass goes for 26 yards to Harry Cox.
First of all, you have to be impressed with the quick release from Terrell Stringer. But then, secondly, the second part of that, it was a tremendous run by Harry Cox. But, you know, the Desmond Scott showed a great amount of speed because you don't see very many people run down Harry Cox, and he had an opportunity to take it the distance. But, you know, thanks to the speed of Desmond Scott, they did get in the end zone.
1st and 10, the ball at the 15-yard line of the Panthers. Excuse me, the Tigers. The Panthers knocking on the door again. They're already on top 7-0. 2 wide outs to the near side. Mitchell Dean has the football. Mitchell Dean's inside the 15, fighting inside the 10, inside the 5. Mitchell Dean is crashing into the end zone. Touchdown, Smith Station.
That's pure desire and true grit. Mitchell Dean, the outstanding fullback, linebacker. And I know Rachel is going to be letting us know a little bit sooner here what college coaches are drooling for this young man, but he's certainly an impressive individual, 6'2", 200 pounds on the touchdown run.
Auburn only giving up 13.5 points a game. They're down 13 right now. Jeff Carrero coming on now to try to add the point after for the Panthers. And the kick's up, and the kick is good. So with 5:36 remaining in the first quarter, it's a shocker underway here. Smith Station's on top 14-0.
Before you hit the diamond, check out Team Sports Supply for all your uniform and equipment needs. To perform the best, you need the best, and that's what Team Sports Supply offers. Bats, balls, gloves, cleats, and all the other equipment you need from names like Russell, Bike, Reebok, Louisville, Wilson, All-Star, and others. We've been fitting and servicing Team Sports since 1969, and we're ready to fit you today with good-looking uniforms and safe equipment. Team Sports Supply. Team Sports Supply. 5381 Veterans Parkway.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barbeau, your sideline reporter for the Columbus War Dogs and personal sales representative for Mountain Lake Log Home. Did you know log homes are 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a conventional home and last up to 500 years? Log on to www.bestloghomes.com to check out our full-page color catalog, or call me, Rachel, at 221-LOGS. If you want to be a part of a winning team and your goal is a log home, call me and I'll assist you with all your dreams.
A couple of guys thought you could use a go.
5:36 remaining in the first half, 14-0. Smith Station opening drive that went 16 plays, 62 yards. This drive went 8 plays, 74 yards, and it's just smash mouth football. Hero kicking the football for the Panthers. Nice hanging kick. It's going to be taken in by Mike Reese at the 5. It's across the 10, across the 15, slips up at the 19-yard line. They're going to put him at the 20. Where Auburn will start 1st and 10, 15-yard return.
Luckily, Reese had he slipped and lost his footing there because Garrett Fuller had his visions on hitting right square between the numbers and was in a good football position there when Reese lost his footing.
1st and 10. At the 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Tigers. They're down 14-0. Got to find some type of offense. Only 31 yards on 8 plays in the first half. Shotgun formation as it is on the spread offense. Reese takes the football, hands it off to Mike Reese. Mike Reese busts out across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline with Rachel Barbeau. Obviously some technical difficulties from Rachel's microphone. Cool weather. You never know what it might do to all the electrical equipment. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers from their 25. Reese rolling to his left under some heavy pressure. Throws it to his fullback. That is Chandler Nall. He has a first down out to the 40.
Now, I know Dominic Reese was rolling to his left, and it was awfully hard for him to square his shoulders up and get the ball off. But if he could have, somehow, Vincent Kirk was about 30 yards down the field wide open.
16-yard pass completion. First and 10 at the 40 for the Tigers. 4:47 as the clock's put back in motion, remaining in the first half. Smith Station on top. Reese takes the football off, hands it off to Mike Reese. Garrett Fuller stops him for a yard loss back to the 39-yard line. It's Dominique Reese to Mike Reese. Play loses a yard.
Garrett Fuller, another one of those two-way players for the Panthers that we were talking about that had problems, obviously, when it was hot and humid several weeks ago. But tonight, hopefully, the cool weather will not be indicator in his level of play.
Second and 11 at the 39 for the Tigers. Reese rolling, throwing, just hangs it up and it goes all the way on the Smith Station sideline, nowhere near close his intended receiver, which was Carlos Moore. Clock stop, 4:01 remaining first half. It's 3rd and 11. If you're a Smith Station fan, you got to like that view right there. 14-0 on the scoreboard where it counts. 4:01 remaining the first half. Auburn with 3 timeouts. Smith Station with 2 here in the first half. Big play here. Smith Station can force another punt from the Tigers. Chandler Nall goes in motion to the right. Reese dropping straight back. He's going to have it on the quarterback draw. He's flush from the pocket around the right side. Flag comes in as the ball is on the turf. They're going to say he was down, though. The ground cannot cause a fumble. Gains out to the 41. Which surprised me, DJ, in the area. It looked like there might be holding on the wide receiver.
You got a good point there, Chris. But, again, I was locked in on Garrett Fuller, and he had his bead set on the quarterback, Dominic Reese, and he was able to go over and punish Reese, and the ball came out on the tail end of that. But it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Auburn Tigers.
It was holding on the Tigers. Smith Station declines it. Chris Beck's back on the punt the football again, and you can just tell the Auburn crowd here is absolutely stunned.
They are stunned, but at the same time, you know, they have to get themselves back in the game. Still a lot of football left, and we've seen games finish very favorable for some teams in the first half, and it's a whole different game when you come out in the second half after they go in and make the adjustments.
Cordero Lockhart, Harry Cox back to receive the kick of Chris Beck. Short kick, going to be picked up by Lockhart. Going to the left, cuts back, misses 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and finally he's tackled at the 21-yard line, as you said. Running left to right doesn't get you many yards, DJ.
Not at all, and for whatever reasons, it's even harder for the high school kids to understand that, it takes world-class speed, and in some cases that's not enough. You have to run vertical, not horizontal.
38-yard punt, 0 on the return. 3:27 remaining in the first half. 14-0 Smith Station on top. They had the football back again, and I'm sure they want some more points. But the number one goal here would probably be let's keep the football away from Auburn here for the first half.
You always hear the term running north and south. That's normally when the guys are doing things positive versus when you hear them running east and west.
And we have a timeout on the field. It looks like one of the Auburn linebackers is having a little equipment trouble with the shoulder pads.
Now with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left in the half, and the Panthers very much in control of this football game, leading 14-0. I hope that Coach Holliday doesn't get conservative on me.
I don't think he will. I mean, he's been lining up under center. Only 2 passes all night.
Yeah, I hope they just keep doing what they've been doing.
102 rushing yards. Football's handed off left side. Play gains a couple. Should be 2nd and 7. The ball carrier that time was Terrence Farah for the Panthers. Play actually gained 4. Let's make it 2nd and 6 now.
Although, speaking of getting conservative, I know that Coach Holliday has a assistant coach on the sideline there assisting him that would be a great guy to be handing the ball off to, and I'm talking about Richard Berkland.
You're right about that. Strength and conditioning coach for the Panthers. Stringer under center on 2nd down. Stringer hands the football off to Farah once again. He's out across the 25, racked up right there, though. Play almost gained absolutely nothing. Defense really stiffening now from the Tigers. Down to 2.5 minutes remaining. It looks like Auburn is going to burn a timeout here, so let's actually keep things right here. 2:37. timeout on the field. Let's check in down on the sideline with Rachel Barbeau. Rachel?
You know, another former Auburn player, Marcus Washington, a huge Auburn standout, played actually for Auburn. And
well, the weather has frozen something.
Yeah, I didn't think it was
we hadn't had one
quite
of those
that
nights
cold,
all
but it
year.
is kind of chilly.
I think it might be called dead batteries. So we'll keep it up here with 2:37 remaining in the first half. 14-0. Smith Station on top, faced here with a 3rd and 6. In deep in their own territory, do you even chance a pass here, or do you just run it and punt it back?
Well, at this point, I wouldn't do, again, but Stringer, he's a very capable kid that has done a good job with the passing game. I think that he's done enough or has enough reps. You said he's thrown 140 passes, so if they could throw if they needed to.
Stringer under center. He is rolling to his left to throw the football. Throws it at the feet of his intended receiver, which was Jared Ashford. So good break there for the Tigers. They'll get the football back, but they didn't have to burn any more timeouts. The clock is stopped on the incomplete pass with 2:34 left. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Again, a questionable call in my eyes, having so much field to our near side, and a quarterback with the agility and the arm strength of Stringer, rolling him back into the short side, not really giving him an opportunity to get out on the corner and make a play.
Mike Reese drops back, standing at his own 45 to receive the punt from Terrell Stringer, standing at his 10. Good snap. Stringer gets a nice hanging kick away. Well, he goes out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Auburn should get excellent field position. They are at the 46 of Smith Station. It'll be very important here for Auburn. After a 20-yard punt, you get decent, excellent field position. You got to punch it in here before half.
Well, I saw Coach Robert Maddox chewing his team out, and I tell you what, now this is a great opportunity for them to get right back into this ball game if they're able to put a touchdown on the scoreboard before they go in for the half.
2:27 left to do that, and 2 timeouts for the Tigers. They trail by 14. Shotgun for Reese. Reese takes the football, keeps it. He's inside the 45. Going to be knocked down right there at the 44-yard line. Good stop that time by the Phantom of Smith Station, number 48. He's not on the roster, but he makes a good stop there. It would have been for a big gain.
Occasionally we get those phantoms. Those, I guess those late transfers or kids that just decide they're going to come out for football here, a couple hours before the game.
2nd and 7. Reese drops straight back through the football, throws it in and out of the hand of his receiver, and his tall receiver, Billy Berry, didn't catch that. And I was about to say, man, he's throwing that one to the bleachers, and his receiver was there. That's 2 drop balls tonight.
That is 2 drop balls.
They just don't look focused, DJ. They just didn't seem like they have their head in the game. And taking another away from Smith Station, they're playing a great football game.
They're playing as well as we've seen them play all year long.
3rd and 7. 1:55 remaining, first half. Reese takes the football. He's dropping straight back, throws it to his receiver, overshoots his intended receiver, which was Carlos Moore. Nowhere close. It's 4th down. Do you try to pin them back? And that looks like what they're going to do. Chris Beck is coming on the field. Big defensive stop that time for the Panthers.
Tell you what, I don't know. I just got a gut feeling, though, that they give Harry Cox a chance to field this punt cleanly. He can turn this into something special. He's the lone return man back for the Panthers right now.
Yeah, Harry Cox drops back, standing at his 10. Chris Beck standing at the 42. Smith Station's looking for some type of fake here. Reason Harry's back by himself. Chris Beck takes it. Good kick away that time. Cox calls for the fair catch. That's how you field a punt right there. You call for the fair catch. You don't let it hit the ground. You come up and make it at the 12. You're pinned back deep in your own territory after the 30-yard punt, but 1:44 to milk off the clock.
Well, what you saw there, you saw a young man that's confident. He wasn't worried about it. He knew that this is something that he's practiced. He's done it for a long time, and he came up and was aggressive with that, and that's what you have to do. That's the mindset you have to have if you're going to be a good return guy. You can't worry about something that you can't control, and you don't even have dropping the ball in your mind. That's just not even a part of your it's not even a part of your vocabulary.
Well, one thing that will happen here, Smith Station will surely probably run the football. Auburn will surely take a timeout. and trying to get the football back here before half?
You know, I don't know. I think I would do something unexpected. I think I'd take a shot at the end zone if I was Coach Holliday right now.
Stringer under center on a 1st and 10. Harry Cox goes in motion. And the ball carrier is going to be Jarrett Ashford out across the 15. Flag coming in from the backside, normally in the area of holding. Just wait and see what's going to happen. Clock stopped with 1:34 left. Couple pieces of laundry laying.
I said taking a shot at the end zone. Obviously, I would throw the ball in a position where if I couldn't get it, or at least my own man couldn't get it, the defender couldn't, and that's, you know, on a go route, throwing the ball up on the sidelines there. Hopefully that you can get some separation from one of your speedy wideouts and make something happen, because I'm sure that Coach Holliday would love to go in with a 3-touchdown lead versus a 2, although having a 2-touchdown lead against this very good Auburn Tiger football team isn't bad.
And the penalty is going to go against the Tigers, so that's going to get Smith Station out of a hold. Only a 5-yard penalty, incidental face mask. We'll redo 1st down, make it 1st and 5 at the 19-yard line. 1:34 remaining. Clock should be put back in motion as soon as the ball is set here on the defensive penalty. Well, it's not being put back in motion, which I thought it should on the defensive penalty. So 1:34 left. Smith Station taking a lot of time here to get the play up at the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts. Brenton Averett comes to the near side. Jair Roscoe to the far side. Stringer under center. Stringer hands the football off. That's Harry Cox. He goes nowhere. He runs right into the arms of DeMarcus Brown. Play loses back to the 16-yard line. Make it 2nd down and about 6 or 7 now. Down to 1:15 and counting left in the first half. 14-0. Smith Station on top of the Region 3 leading Auburn Tigers.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room of the Auburn Tigers here, because I'm sure that Coach Maddox has more than an earful for his group of guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be in there. Better you than me then, I guess. As we roll under a minute left, 55 seconds remaining. And you can see here Smith Station using all the clock, and Auburn's just wanting to get into the locker room at this point, DJ. Stringer takes the football, hands it off up the middle. That's Mitchell Dean again, it looks like, carrying the football, and he just won't go down. Actually, that's Garrett Fuller out across the 20, out to almost the 25-yard line. Clock's going to stop while the chains move. Another 1st down for Smith Station.
Tell you what, if it was possible, I'd love to be able to open Garrett Fuller up inside and see what's in his tank, man, because he plays offense just as hard as he plays defense. He's a tough kid.
35 seconds left in the first half. Handoff right up the middle. That's Garrett Fuller once again. $15 seconds remaining in the first half. That should be the final play. And that's going to be it. Teams head to the locker rooms here in the first half of play. We'll have a chance to hear from Coach Holliday momentarily. He should be very happy. His team has held Auburn to 55 total yards of offense is all Auburn has. 117 rushing for Smith Station, 38 passing, 155. What a great first half of football by the Panthers of Smith Station as they go to the locker room on senior night on top 14-0. Let's go down to Rachel standing by with Smith Station head football coach Trey Holliday. Rachel?
Coach Holliday, before the season started, so many people talked about your defense. How about your offense in that first half?
Well, we've made a few personnel adjustments, and it's really helped us. We've gone more to a run game tonight instead of a pass game. Relaxed our quarterback a little bit. He's making plays. Our running backs are making plays. Our offensive line's making plays. So, you know, they've had a good first half.
What do you tell your guys in the locker room?
Well, we got 24 more minutes to play. We can't be resting on what happened in the first half. We got to play extremely hard the second half.
All right, thank you. Good luck. Back up to you guys.
And Coach Holliday knows better than anyone. His team has led at halftime the last 2 years and found a way to give the game up to Auburn in the second half. But teams head to the locker room. The Panther band coming on the field here to perform. It's 14-0. We'll come back The recap of the first half, stats of the first half, and have second half action for you here on the TV16 High School Football Game of the Week.
The 2005s have already arrived at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, so we're closing the door on 2004.
Save big, up to $11,000 off on 04 Lincoln Town Car.
Get the best deal ever on 04 Lincoln Navigator with up to $11,000 in savings.
Get up to $8,000 in customer cash on Mercury Grand Marquis or Marauder.
Save up to $8,000 on Mercury Mountaineer.
And Mercury Sable starting at just $15,995.
Get them before they're gone at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, Uptown Columbus.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
We're at halftime, 14-0, Smith Station on top of Auburn. Let's check in with Rachel Barbeau, standing by with Auburn head football coach Robert Maddox.
Coach Maddox, they were really able to contain your offense in the first half. Talk about the adjustments you made.
Well, I mean, they contained our offense, but, it'd be nice if we had receivers who would catch the ball, and we'd protect our quarterback a little bit better, and that's a tribute to them. I won't take anything away from them, but we got to catch the ball. We got people open, and we're not catching the ball, and that concerns me, and we address that. So hopefully we'll catch better this half.
What do you tell your guys in the locker room to come out with a W?
Well, I just told them, basically we got to do three things. Number one, we got to catch the ball on offense. Number two, we got to tackle better on defense. And number three, we just got to play with some heart and emotion. They're playing with heart and emotion. We're not right now. They came to play and we didn't. That's a tribute to them, and we got to correct that.
All right, good luck, Coach. Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rachel, for that interview. As you see the car on the field, they're trying to throw a football 35 yards to the window. And they're giving them a Nerf football, DJ.
It's
I don't
always
care how good you are. You're going to throw a Nerf football 35 yards.
Always a catch to it, I tell you. Your chances really, really go down when you talk about a Nerf football. Now, the chances of it, it's hard enough to hit it with a real football.
That's what I'm saying. You probably put me at the 5, and I couldn't throw that Nerf football through the window. But real quick, let's look at the first half stats. First down, Smith Station 11 to Auburn's 2. Smith Station 117 yards rushing to Auburn's 34. Smith Station 2 of 3 passing for 38 yards. Auburn 2 of 6 passing for 21 yards. Total yards in the first half, 155 for Smith Station, 55 for Auburn. Penalties, Auburn 2 for 20 yards. Smith Station has not been penalized all night. Looking at the ground attack, Garrett Fuller has 30 yards rushing for the Panthers. Harry Cox has 28 yards, also 26 yards receiving. Terrence Farrah has 5 yards. And Mitchell Dean has 27 yards and a touchdown. Wear your best smile affordably and conveniently with our low monthly payment plans and no down payments. Call Dr. Peggy Augustine at West Georgia Orthodontics today, 706-660-0221. A sparkling, healthy smile lasts a lifetime. Locos Amigos Canteen in downtown Columbus, home of the original tequila bar and the best Mexican food in Columbus. Mountain Lake Log Homes, from rustic to modern, they can help you build the log homes of your dreams. Call 221-5647 for more information. Tom's Food is a proud sponsor of the WCGT TV16 football game of the week. Tom's Foods is a leader in our community when it comes to supporting high school athletics. So the next time you're shopping for something good to eat, remember the Tom's Food brands. Also be sure to tune in to AM 1420 WRCG each weekday at 5 o'clock for the best in local sports talk with the DJ and Friends Sports Show. Every Monday through Friday from 5 to 7, DJ Jones talks about local and national sports. DJ and Friends features our local coaches, athletes, and other sports personalities in the Chattahoochee Valley. You can also watch the DJ and Friends sports show right here on WCGT TV 16 weekdays at 6 o'clock. Just Sportswear for the finest in embroidery or screen printing. Be sure to check out Just Sportswear, located at 1112 Martin Luther King Boulevard. Former All-By-City Female Athlete of the Year, Loretta Cobb, and her great staff will take excellent care of you. Just Sportswear can handle all of your orders, from athletic uniforms, T-shirts, caps, coaching shirts, and a whole lot more. Call Loretta at 706-653-6324. Stop by and see them at 1112 Martin Luther King Boulevard. Gateway Lincoln Mercury, stop by and visit them at 1300 Fifth Avenue or give them a call at 322-5575. You can also visit them at Gateway North for premium pre-owned cars and trucks. Let them finance your dreams. 1301 Manchester Expressway. That number on Manchester Expressway is 571-2492. Just in time for hunting season and early Christmas shopping, count on Nathan Speed and Seam for all of your Carhartt selections, Georgia boots, and any of your feed and seed needs. Please see Scott at Nathan Speed and Seed, located at 2222 2nd Avenue, or call him at 322-7748. Also, Coca-Cola and Walmart salutes our hometown heroes and supports the high school football game of the week. High school football sponsored by Dr. J. Bromley, your reader's choice chiropractor. We also have a new sponsor on board, Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard and the Columbus Cottonmouths getting ready to kick it off. And I think the ESPH
Southern Professional Hockey League.
Still hockey in Columbus. We're -1 professional franchise with the War Dogs closing up shop last week. But you still got the Cottonmouths, and you got a lot of big names that were there back when it was truly the main draw in town.
Dougie Mann is a name that comes back from the days of the Levens Cup Championship years, and of course the Cottonmouths will be opening up here in just a few weeks, and looking forward to Boom Boom taking on the chore of a head coach and general manager of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
Well, as we said, we're at half, 155 yards in the first half for Smith Station to 55 for Auburn. It's just unreal, the first half of play. Take nothing away from Smith Station. This is the best half of football they played all year. They're on top 14-0. And the biggest thing for Smith Station, no turnovers, no penalties.
The key as well, and we mentioned we were hitting on it in the first half, but hopefully because it's so cool and it's not as humid as it was several weeks ago when it was a problem for a lot of the players that went both ways for Smith Station, is that now in the second half, the endurance and the conditioning factor for the several Panthers that go both ways.
This has been the longest halftime of recent memory that I can find. So while we get ready, as the captains are going back out to the field before we start second half action, let's get one more commercial break in here. 14-0. We're at half. When we come back, we'll have third quarter action here on TV 16 Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barbeau, your sideline reporter for the Columbus War Dogs and personal sales representative for Mountain Lake Log Home. Did you know log homes are 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a conventional home and last up to 500 years? Log on to www.bestloghomes.com to check out our full-page color catalog, or call me, Rachel, at 221-LOGS. If you want to be a part of a winning team and your goal is a log home, call me and I'll assist you with all your dreams.
Before you hit the diamond, check out Team Sports Supply for all your uniform and equipment needs. To perform the best, you need the best, and that's what Team Sports Supply offers. Bats, balls, gloves, cleats, and all the other equipment you need from names like Russell, Bike, Reebok, Louisville, Wilson, All-Star, and others. We've been fitting and servicing Team Sports since 1969, and we're ready to fit you today with good-looking uniforms and safe equipment. Team Sports Supply. Team Sports Supply. 5381 Veterans Parkway.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
times from used to go.
Station will be kicking the football to the Panthers to start the second half. I think I said that wrong. Let's go back. Smith Station will be kicking the football to Auburn. The Panthers to the Tigers. Caught myself that time. It's 14-0 Smith Station on top. We're getting ready for second half action. Jeff Carrero kicks the football. Going to be taken in by Mike Reese at the 11-yard line. Out across the 20, out across the 25, out across the 30, out across the 35 to the 37-yard line, where he stopped there by Jimmy Freeman on a 26-yard return by Mike Reese. Good field position for Auburn.
Now let's see what that pep talk or that little grill session at halftime that Coach Maddox gave the Tigers, see if that amounts to anything.
Well, he was definitely telling Rachel like it is. He did have receivers drop the ball all over the place. Dominique Reese, shotgun formation. He was 2 of 6 in the first half passing the football. Had a couple drops in there. Spread offense for him here at the 37. Handoff, that's going to be Mike Reese coming to the near side. He's out across the 40. Out to the 42-yard line, but they're going to get Brandon Carlisle with a hold out here at the wide receiver position of Auburn. And Mike Reese is slow to get up on the hit by Adam Nelson.
Yeah, he's nursing a knee. His knee area there. He dropped the ball. It looks like he got caught up kind of awkward there on that tackle.
It's not good to see. Your starting tailback down now on the turf at the 39-yard line. Play gain about 4 yards on the carry. Flags laying at the 42, the ball at the 41.
This gives me an opportunity to say hello to a good buddy of mine. I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to hear from him a little bit later in the game broadcast, but Doug Williams, or at least Doug Smith, Doug Williams, I'm still thinking back to the Super Bowl days when he killed us, but Doug Smith, former Auburn great and NFL great defensive lineman with the Houston Oilers, former teammate of mine at the Senior Bowl in Mobile back in 1984. He's here. His son, Emmett Williams, is a big offensive lineman for the Auburn Tigers.
1984. You were playing the Senior Bowl. Let me see where I was in 1984.
You probably were.
Hang on. Let me think. All right, I went in elementary school. And it's good to see right now Mike Reese
50-yard line right in front of us, Stephen. 2 rows up. He's on the second row.
coming to the sideline. Looked like he just got hit on the knee, which would be good, DJ. Looks like he should be able to get back in there, but I know Rachel will be right on top of it and give us an update with that. Holding penalty is going to back up Auburn 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So now they're back at their own 31-yard line. Should be 1st and 15. Third penalty of the night.
Come on, 3, you got to move. Right in front of us. Right in front of us.
Third penalty of the night.
Never mind. Too late. Go game.
2 wideouts, 1 to each side. Shotgun formation. Nall goes in motion to the right. Reese rolling. Reese eludes 1 tackle. Breaks loose. Nice running. And throws the football to a wide open Chandler Nall. He's inside the 35. Inside the 30. Still on his feet inside the 25 to the 22. I think some of the Smith Station coaching staff were thinking that Dominique Reese was past the line of scrimmage when he threw the football.
I don't think so, but I tell you what, just to show you how a split second can turn something bad into something good, Mitchell Dean had an opportunity to clobber Dominic Reese for a sack, but Reese was able to elude him. But thanks to Cordero Lockhart, he was able to save what would have been a touchdown, but it's all for naught. A flag's on the ground, so it looks like it's going to be coming back anyway.
Yeah, 47 yards are going to be a holding, and it was on Brendan Carlisle as it was going to be on. So that should be, the play should be good for the 47. They'll penalize him from the spot of the foul. Big play that time. Big play. Chandler Nall went in motion to the right and was wide open. Nobody picked him up. That play, if it went for the penalty, went 47 yards. Auburn didn't have it 55 total in the first half.
That's a big chunk of yardage there for the Auburn Tigers offense, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were going to go back to that play because that guy was so wide open. And it was all created by the elusiveness of the quarterback, Dominique Reese.
After the penalty, moves the football back to the 37-yard line of the Panthers, but still big gain that time for the Tigers. 11:25 and counting remaining third quarter. 14-0 Smith Station. Reese rolling to his left. Keeps the football, and initial contact was made by guess who? Garrett Fuller. Britton Averett finished him off. Play got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, no doubt that Coach Maddox's pep talk did something for him, because they came out and you saw the play, although they didn't get all the yardage that that long pass play was due for, but it looks like that they are definitely getting positive yards.
2nd 10 at the 37 for the Tigers. Reese takes the football. He fumbles the football. He picks it up. He's scrambling for his life around the right end. Going to pick up some positive yardage inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. That just shows you right there, DJ, speed can get you out of all kinds of trouble.
And I was just going to allude to that. That you just saw what normally would have been a loss on a kid just covering the ball up.
All right, well, let's go down to the sideline real quick with Rachel Barbeau. Rachel?
Yeah, Chris, apparently Auburn has the same policy as USC. They would not tell us until after the game what number 3's injury was, but it seems like he's going to be fine and going back on the field. Back up to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rachel. And Mike Reese is back out there. And we've had problems, but we had problems in the past with Auburn before. Wouldn't that's being so close to the university and having the same medical staff, DJ, has something to do with it?
Could very well do that.
Reese drops back, throwing down the sideline, has a wide open receiver. Brandon Carlisle. That was good coverage by Adam Nelson that time. And Carlisle's a big receiver, had several inches on him. That was the best football we've seen thrown by Reese all night, but it still falls incomplete.
Adam Nelson mistimed his jump, almost giving the receiver, Brandon Carlisle, an opportunity to make up for. And it was a good throw, but it was just a little underthrown. But again, bottom line, it was an incomplete pass, and now we're going to try a very long field goal here.
Yeah, and it's definitely within Chris Beck's field goal range. Officially, let's make it 50 yards. Philip Yost, kicker over to Auburn University, was a very good kicker for Auburn High School. Chris Beck following in his footsteps. Actually, they're going to put the ball at the 39, so let's make it a 49-yard attempt instead of a 50. Chris Beck and the hold to Justin Spencer. Snaps down, the kick's up. Kick has plenty of leg. Kick is, I said kick had plenty of leg. It was right on line, but it looked like it hit the crossbar, falls just short. So again, Smith Station's defense for the first time had been a little bit, but still, it's 14-0.
Those opportunities just keep passing Auburn up. I know they tried the first field goal attempt in the first half, had a exchange problem with the center and the holder, and Beck having the opportunity to try to kick a long 49-yarder. Plenty of leg, but just a little wide right, if you will.
You want to say that too close because the boss, Kevin Bell, the statistician, is a Florida State fan. You know, when you say things like that, he kind of cringes a little bit. Smith Station back in action at their own 21st and 10. They're on top 14-0. Garrett Fuller has the football. He goes nowhere. Actually loses back to the 19-yard line. Thrown to the turf by Javon Floyd for the Tigers.
I think realistically some of the adjustments that were made at halftime by the Auburn Tigers is probably going to key in on stopping the run for the Panthers, which opens them up to doing what they do well, and that's passing the football. We hadn't seen a whole lot of passing from Terrell Stringer tonight, but like Coach Holliday said, you know, they wanted to open up the running game.
2nd 10 for the Panthers. Mitchell Dean has the football around left end. Goes nowhere. Gains absolutely nothing. It's 3rd and 10. Good adjustments here early in the second half from the defense of the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm just itching here to see how long it's going to take for Coach Holliday to get back to doing what they do best, and that's passing the football. But they've had so much success in the first half. Again, the adjustments by the Auburn Tigers will dictate what the Panthers will be doing here for the remainder of this half.
8:50 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. 3rd and 10 for the Panthers at their own 20. 2 wide outs to the far side. Stringer goes under center. Harry Cox in motion. Stringer rolling to his left, looking to throw the football. Throws it to Jair Roscoe, in and out of his hands, and it's intercepted by Vincent Kirk. And goes out of bounds to 32. And a late flag comes in from the back judge. But as soon as we said at halftime, no turnovers, no penalties. There's a first turnover, and it was thrown a little bit behind Roscoe. He had to make an adjustment, so it's still out of his hands.
Well, you know what? high or not, that ball should have been caught. And, you know, I said I was waiting on the Panthers to go to the passing game, and they went to the passing game, and I'm certainly sure that those aren't the results that they were looking for. The receiver has to hold on to the ball. You can't blame Terrell Stringer at all for that interception.
Clock stopped with 8:33 remaining third quarter. So wait and see what the call is going to be. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Auburn. And the Auburn faithful is not liking this. I wouldn't boo too much because it's not the penalties that's hurt you. It's the Smith Station offense and defense and your own non-productivity on both sides of the football.
You're absolutely correct. And you almost expect a little home cooking when you come from Auburn over here, just like I'm sure that if the Panthers were over at Auburn, they get the same.
And Coach Maddox is not talking about Waffle House waffles at this point with the referee. Maybe we might need to institute that NASCAR 5-second delay now. They instituted, but Auburn still has the football after 15-yard penalty at the 48-yard line of Smith Station. Mike Reese back in the game has the football. He's inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Mitchell Dean on the stop for the Panthers.
Tell you what, the Auburn offensive line got away with a little holding on that play. I saw cleanly number 55, Isaiah Person, locked on to one of the defensive linemen for the Panthers. But, hey, you know what? If you don't get caught, it ain't holding.
97 total yards of offense for the Tigers, 55 total yards and penalties. 2nd and 1. Reese keeps the football straight up the gut. Going to be knocked down to the ground by Terrence Farrell. Going to be very close to a first down. Don't know if he got it or not, DJ.
You know, it's almost one of those situations. If they didn't get it, they got to go for it. This is one of those 4-down deals, and it looks like they did get the first down.
It is going to be a first down for the Tigers. Only their 4th one of the evening. Clock's put back in motion. 7.5 minutes remaining and counting in the third quarter. Ball at the 36 of Smith Station. Mike Reese has the football around right in. He's inside the 35, inside the 30, inside the 25. Mike Reese taking it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
36-yard jaunt to the end zone by the speedster. And you know what? It was just a matter of time. And we talked about that speed from the onset. The quarterback, Dominique Reese, and then at his tailback, I guess it's his cousin or something, Mike Reese, darting to the end zone, 36 yards for the score.
Turnovers kill you. And the first one of the night cost Smith Station 7 points, or actually 6 at this point. Chris Beck on for the point after. 3-play, 46-yard drive after the Smith Station interception.
And just like that, the Tigers are right back into this ball game.
Chris Beck on for the point after. He pulled it wide left. No good, so it's 14-6. Chris Beck not having a good night at the office, but Auburn's back in the game. They still trail by 8 when we come back.
The 2005s have already arrived at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, so we're closing the door on 2004.
Save big, up to $11,000 off on 04 Lincoln Town Car.
Get the best deal ever on 04 Lincoln Navigator with up to $11,000 in savings.
Get up to $8,000 in customer cash on Mercury Grand Marquis or Marauder.
Save up to $8,000 on Mercury Mountaineer.
And Mercury Sable starting at just $15,995.
Get them before they're gone at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, uptown Columbus.
General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 571-0086.
The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
7:22 remaining in the third quarter. Smith Station on top now 14-6. Auburn just took a Terrell Stringer interception and converted it into 6 points. The point after was missed by Chris Beck. Now Chris Beck will be kicking. Deep kick. That will not be returned. That's 5 yards deep into the end zone. Smith Station to start first and 10 of their own 20. The last possession resulted in the turnover. This possession needs to result in some type of time-consuming drive here, DJ.
Well, certainly Coach Holliday doesn't go the conservative route. I think that he needs to open it up, throw the passes that his team is capable of doing. I don't credit that last turnover for being the quarterback's fault. The receiver just has to catch the ball, and that ball hit him right on target and went right into the hands of the Auburn defensive back.
Terrell Stringer comes up under center. Jair Roscoe split to the near side. Stringer on the quarterback keeper goes nowhere. Now the question kind of falls back on Coach Holliday's shoulders. Auburn was obviously coming into this football game and suspecting them to spread the offense for Smith Station. They really caught them off guard going under center running the football. The adjustments have been made from Auburn. What adjustments does Smith Station need to make now?
Like I said before, I think now Coach Holliday has to go back to doing what they have been doing well, and that's passing the football. But I guess he's made up his mind that he's going to stay committed to this running game.
Play failed again, 2nd and 10 from the 20 for Smith Station. Harry Cox goes in motion. Harry Cox has the football around left end. Out across the 25. Harry Cox out to the 26-yard line. Nice run that time. Stops made over there by the Tigers, number 70. No name.
Well, like we said before,
he's a big guy.
You got some kids that decided, probably a little earlier this morning that they wanted to try out for the football team, and, we didn't have enough time to get their names on the roster.
Big third down here, 3rd and 4 for the Panthers at their 26. 6:15 encounter remaining third quarter. It was a quick moving game early, but it really slowed down at halftime. Stringer under center as Cox comes in motion. Stringer has a football off. That's Ashford, his fullback. He didn't get it. He got to the 26, so he gained absolutely nothing. Stop was made right there by J.T. Gibson. Panthers going to have to punt the football, and the momentum is swung down to the Tigers.
It has, and I guarantee you the next time out, the Panthers offense is going to have to put the ball in the air because they've seen this in the last 2 series that they just can't run up inside like they started out early in the first half.
Mike Reese back at his own 45. Terrell Stringer punting the football, sending at his own 11. Good snap. Stringer gets a nice hanging kick away this time. He's going to hit at the 47, roll inside the 40, and it's going to be touchdown right there at the 40-yard line. A 34-yard punt. So Auburn scored 6 points in their last offensive series. They get the football, decent field position again here. 5:11 remaining, third quarter, 14-6, Smith Station on top. So with the Auburn medical staff, DJ, not telling us the injury to Mike Reese, obviously it wasn't too much of an injury.
No, because he
didn't like he lost the step on that touchdown run.
Yeah, he's right back in there.
Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts. Ball at the 40 for the Tigers. Reese in shotgun formation. Mike Reese gets the football left side out across the 40, giving maybe the 42-yard line. Good defense that time by the Panthers. Mitchell Dean getting up off the bottom of the pile. Also, you see Garrett Fuller. Short game. Shotgun again, which has been all evening for the Tigers. Reese takes the football and hands it to Mike Reese once again, coming left side. Mitchell Dean misses him. He fights out to the 45, falls forward to the 46-yard line, carrying a host of Panthers with him, and Garrett Fuller getting off the bottom of the pile once again. Also getting up for the Panthers, number 70, Mark Keish. Big third down play here, 3rd and 4 for the Tigers at their 46. They need a midfield strike. down to 4:15 and counting left here. Third quarter, 14-6, Smith Station on top. These games have come down to the very last play, last second for the last 2 years. 3rd and 4. Reese takes the football on the option. Reese keeps the football. Reese has the first down. Falls to the 49-yard line of Smith Station. Mitchell Dean on the stop.
Mitchell Dean got away with a little shove there as Dominic Reese was celebrating, getting up off the ground. Reese reached out and shoved him. And that's what was all the confusion that's going on you hear from the Auburn faithful.
All right, maybe they have a complaint that time. Maybe they have a complaint. Because Mitchell Dean just got up and just shoved Dominic Reese. Things like that can be costly. So the ball at the 49-yard line of Smith Station. Naw goes in motion to the right. Look for that pass play we saw earlier. Reese is going to throw the football down the center of the field. Has a wide open Brandon Carlisle. In and out of his hands at the 10. Great play call. Just out of reach. And I'm going to tell you, Mike Reese has just as good of an arm as Dominic Reese.
And also Brandon Carlisle has some jets because I didn't think it was going to be any way he was going to catch up to that pass. He's hobbling back to the line of scrimmage, but great effort by both the halfback Mike Reese throwing the pass as well as the receiver Brandon Carlisle attempting to catch the pass.
Clock stop, 3:46 remaining in the third quarter, 2nd 10 for the Tigers. Now it looks like we have a stoppage of play. And Smith Station's going to burn a timeout, so let's keep it here and go down to the sideline with Rachel Barbeau standing by with a special guest. Rachel?
Hey, guys, I got a real famous football player with me, Mr. Doug Smith. Doug, first, let's talk about your days at Auburn and who you played under, some famous coach.
Oh, yeah, I played under Pat Dye. Who's the master?
Talk about when you made it professional. What was the team you played for and you had so many coaches?
Yeah. I was drafted under Bum Phillips for the Houston Oilers. Then it ended up being Jerry Glanville, Jack Pardee, a host of coaches. So, a lot of players leave, but I was more than fortunate to play 9 years with them.
What does your son and these Auburn Tigers have to do tonight to get back in this ball game?
Well, I think they already started because they're a lot more into the game. I think the day out of school kind of had them dragging a little bit.
And what about, last question, talk about those Auburn Tigers, your Auburn Tigers this year, 6-0, the first time since '97.
How about those Tigers? I mean, I think the guys are playing great. They aren't as talented as they were last year, but I think those guys are playing a lot harder.
Thank you so much. Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. So you never know who you might see at a football game. Mike Reese on 2nd down has the football. He goes nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And you know it's football weather where you can see an interview and you just see the smoke coming out of somebody's mouth.
That's right. I tell you what, this guy, you won't find any better defensive lineman in college or in the pros. Doug Smith and Donnie Humphrey in their days at Auburn. We all were in the same draft class in 1984, played together as teammates in the Senior Bowl down in Mobile also in 1984.
Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 10. I still didn't tell you what I was doing in 84.
I don't want to know.
3rd and 10 at the midfield stripe for the Tigers. Smith Station coming with a blitz pass thrown across the middle, almost intercepted by Adam Nelson. Brandon Carlisle was open. Adam Nelson just kind of flew in there.
Great break on the ball by Adam Nelson. That's a picture-perfect break and drive. He just didn't finish. He didn't clamp onto that thing.
Chris Beck coming back on the field to punt the football. Big defensive stop that time for Smith Station. They needed that, DJ.
They did.
3:03 left, third quarter, 14-6. Smith Station clinging to an 8-point lead. Cordero Lockhart, Harry Cox dropping back deep to receive the punt. Chris Beck will be standing at his 36 to kick the ball away. High snap, but Beck catches it. Beck gets a nice hang and kick away. Harry Cox calls for the fair catch at the 15-yard line, where Smith Station will try to move the football here, which has not been done much in the second half. 34-yard punt that time from Chris Beck. And our game of the week last week, DJ, ended up being the best one of the year, 17-16. Central coming from behind to defeat Opelika over at Bulldog Stadium for the first time since '96. Really has this region upside down. You don't see, as we said earlier, Opelika and Central in the second, third spots in the region, and Auburn at the top.
Yeah, it's a little unusual, but it's even more unusual that we're watching a team from Auburn here that's leading the region here, and they hadn't been in that position in quite some time.
Jared Asher, the ball carried around, left in, goes nowhere. Asher going to lose some yardage. Desmond Scott comes up with a big stop. And in spots, DJ, when you look at this Auburn football team, they're big in spots. But overall, on an average, they're a very small 6'8" football team as far as size and stature. They're very quick. Speed, speed, speed for Auburn. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Stringer goes under center play, lost 2 yards, make it 2nd 12 at the 12 for the Panthers. Stringer hands the football off. That's Mitchell Dean. Mitchell Dean goes nowhere.
This Panther offense is being really stubborn. They're keeping the ball on the ground, and I know it's eating clock, and I know they've had success in the first half, but it's not happening right now. The adjustments have been made by the defensive side as far as the Auburn Tigers, but apparently no adjustments by the Panther offense.
Down to 1:55 in county remaining third quarter. Well, it's turned out to a very, very cool night. Third down and 11 now. Stringer takes the football, hands it off. That looks like Harry Cox gets out across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Stops made right there by Brandon Dorsey. Harry's slow to get up. Panthers got a punt, going 3 and out again.
Boy, I tell you, I really would love to know what's going on in the minds of the offensive coaches with the Panthers and not even attempting a pass.
Only 8 total yards of offense in the third quarter for Smith Station. Mike Reese dropping back, standing at the midfield stripe. Terrell Stringer in a dangerous situation, standing at his 1 to punt this football away.
And you can't tell me one turnover that when they did throw the ball, shot them away from their passing game, their entire passing game, because for the most part, better than 50% of their offense this year has been the passing game, but certainly not in this ball game.
Mitchell Dean, the long snapper, couldn't get his chin strap buckled. Now he gets it. Stringer standing at the 1 to put the football. You need a good snap and a good kick here. Good snap. Stringer gets a nice hanging kick away. Ball's going to hit the 42 and roll dead at the 47-yard line. So a good job that time by Stringer getting a nice kick away, a 30-yard punt. But Auburn has good field position at the 47-yard line of Smith Station. 44.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Trey Holiday is definitely confident in his bunch, and they played extremely well, controlling the football in the first half. And we talked about the adjustments that Coach Maddox has made with his Auburn Tigers, and tell you what, like I said before, they're definitely in control of this half so far.
3 wideouts this time from the Tigers. Dominique Reese still your quarterback. Brendan Carlisle gets the football. He fumbles the football. It's on the ground. And Carlisle recovers it. Play loses about 6 yards back to the 49 of Auburn.
That would have been an interesting play, because as I was looking at Carlisle take the handoff and come near us, it looked like they had the whole left side sealed off, and he had a lot of running room here on this near sideline.
And coming back like that, it gives you the option to run, and also a halfback pass coming back around this way too. Play loses, though, back to the 50, so it's 2nd 14 for the Tigers. Reese throws across the middle. Caught by Brandon Carlisle that time. Good enough for a first down, it looks like, at the 36-yard line. Good catch that time in heavy coverage.
Dominic Reese is not as pure a passer as the Panthers' Terrell Stringer, but he is just as effective.
14-yard pass play, good enough for a Tiger first down. 2.1 seconds left. That should be the final play of the third quarter, and they do put the clock back in motion. And we've reached the end of 3 quarters here from Panther Stadium. Smith Station still on top. It's 14-6. You're watching the TV 16 high school football game of the week.
Before you hit the diamond, check out Team Sports Supply for all your uniform and equipment needs. To perform the best, you need the best, and that's what Team Sports Supply offers. Bats, balls, gloves, cleats, and all the other equipment you need from names like Russell, Bike, Reebok, Louisville, Wilson, All-Star, and others. We've been fitting and servicing Team Sports since 1969, and we're ready to fit you today with good-looking uniforms and safe equipment. Team Sports Supply. Team Sports Supply. 5381 Veterans Parkway.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barbeau, your sideline reporter for the Columbus War Dogs and personal sales representative for Mountain Lake Log Home. Did you know log homes are 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a conventional home and last up to 500 years? Log on to www.bestloghomes.com to check out our full-page color catalog or call me, Rachel, at 221-LOGS. If you want to be a part of a winning team and your goal is a log home, call me and I'll assist you with all your dreams.
A couple of guys thought you could use a go.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boom Boom Bouchard, General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
We're back for fourth quarter action. 14-6 Smith Station on top. Auburn driving, though. They're at the 36 of the Panthers with a 1st and 10. Mike Reese is your ball carrier, trying to get around left side. Falls forward to the 35, give him a yard. Late flag just kind of gets dropped in. Total yards in the third quarter, get this now. At halftime, it was only 55 total yards of offense for Auburn. They had 120 yards of offense in the third quarter to 8.
Some adjustments have to be made on that Panther offensive side of the ball, and hopefully they're taking advantage of this opportunity to corral that offensive football team and decide how they're going to come out and attack this Auburn Tiger defense.
And it's going to be a 5-yard incidental face mask on Smith Station, now their first penalty of the evening. Takes what was a 1-yard gain, makes it a 6-yard gain, and it's actually going to redo first down. It's going to be now first down and 4 at the 29-yard line. Reese takes the football. He's just going to keep it off right side, trying to get outside. He does. He's out of 25. Run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Change are going to move first down again for Auburn, and here come the Tigers.
Tell you what, I don't know about you, but I know our camera guy down on the sideline there. He's pretty gutsy. He had Reese running right after him and a lot of bodies flying around him, but he stood in there tall and got a heck of a shot.
Well, Rachel's right down there with him, too, so you might want to be careful now.
Nice job, young man.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Channel Nall goes in motion. Reese is going to keep the football. He's inside the 20. He's inside the 15. Inside the 5. Fighting down to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. Just like that, they're back in it, and they're going for 2. 21-yard touchdown run.
Like we mentioned before, Auburn has made their adjustments. Now we need to find out if Coach Trey Holiday and his Panthers are going to make their adjustments.
Big play here, though.
They're going for 2.
They're going for 2 and a missed field goal, a fumbled snap on a field goal attempt.
But the way things are going right now, even if they don't make this 2, I mean, they got a lot of time to score because they look like they found themselves. They've rejuvenated the offense, and Dominic Reese has this Auburn Tiger team off and running.
Here we go. Reese rolling to his right, looking to throw the football, throws to the back of the end zone. Caught. 2-point conversion is good. Catch was made, it looks like, by Shiny Smith. 6 plays, 47 yards, 11:07 left in the football game. We're tied at 14. Wear your best smile affordably and conveniently with our low monthly payment plans and no down payments. Call Dr. Peggy Augustine at West Georgia Orthodontics today at 706-660-0221. A sparkling and healthy smile lasts a lifetime. Logos Amigos Canteen in downtown Columbus, home of the original tequila bar and the best Mexican food in Columbus. Mountain Lake Log Homes, from rustic to modern, they can help you build a log home of your dreams. Call 221-5647 for more information. High school football sponsored by Dr. J. Bronwyn, Columbus's area sports chiropractor. Gateway Lincoln and Mercury, stop by and visit them at 1300 5th Avenue, 322-5575 if you want to call them up on the phone. Or go by the Gateway North location for premium owned cars and trucks. They're located at 1301 Manchester Expressway, or call them at 571-2492. Now the Auburn faithful has showed up to a football game. Should have been an exciting 11 minutes, DJ.
It should be. And like we mentioned before, I'm curious to see the adjustments that the Panthers need to make. Let's see if they will make them.
Chris Beck kicks that one to the goal line, and Harry Cox will not be able to return it. They'll start at their 20. Now, if you think back about this, DJ, last year Smith Station was on top 21-7. Lost it late in the fourth quarter. 2 years prior to that, when they were here, they lost the lead late and then lost in triple overtime. Looks like we could be staring overtime in our face for the first time all year.
Well, this drive by the Panthers will definitely give me an indication of how the rest of this game is going to play out.
And Stringer goes up under center, but we see Cordero Lockhart and Jair Roscoe come and split to the near side. Garrett Fuller in the backfield behind Stringer. Stringer takes the football, hands it off. That's Harry Cox. Goes nowhere. Met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain. Leading the way at that time, Brandon Norton. Only 8 total yards of offense in the entire second half for Smith Station.
Brad Norton stoned the running back from the Panthers. And again, this drive, in my mind, will be the indication of how the rest of this game will play out.
Second 10 of the 20. Stringer under center. Stringer's going to take a timeout. There's a timeout on the field. Let's take a timeout here. 10:28 left in the football game. We're tied at 14.
The 2005s have already arrived at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, so we're closing the door on 2004.
Save big, up to $11,000 off on 04 Lincoln Town Car.
Get the best deal ever on 04 Lincoln Navigators with up to $11,000 in savings.
Get up to $8,000 in customer cash on Mercury Grand Marquis or Marauder.
Save up to $8,000 on Mercury Mountaineer. And Mercury Sable starting at just $15,995.
Get them before they're gone at Gateway Lincoln Mercury, uptown Columbus.
General Manager and Head Coach of the Columbus Cottonmouths.
On behalf of our players and staff, I'd like to personally invite you to come down to the Columbus Civic Center to check out the Cottonmouths this season. We are excited to be playing in the new Southern Professional Hockey League with some players you might remember from the days gone past. Opening night is October 29th. Season tickets are available at the Cottonmouths office, and the number to call is 706-571-0086. The Cottonmouths would like to wish all the student athletes a great 2004 season. And remember, the bite's back, and we'll see you at the Snake Pit.
Hi, I'm Rachel Barbeau, your sideline reporter for the Columbus War Dogs and personal sales representative for Mountain Lake Log Homes. Did you know log homes are 30 to 50% more energy efficient than a conventional home and last up to 500 years? Log on to www.bestloghomes.com to check out our full-page color catalog or call me, Rachel, at 221-ES. If you want to be a part of a winning team and your goal is a log home, call me and I'll assist you with all your dreams.
10:28 remaining in the football game. We're tied at 14. Tell of two halves. Smith Station dominated the first half. Auburn's dominating the second half. Smith Station faced with a 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Terrell Stringer came into the line of scrimmage, saw something he didn't like last time. Called a timeout. Now they're back up to the line of scrimmage. Harry Cox goes in motion. Terrell Stringer rolling to throw the football. Looking for somewhere to throw and throwing it to Cordero Lockhart. He catches it, and he's out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Well, my, oh, my. Isn't this a shocker? The Panthers have decided to put the ball in the air.
And it picks up big yardage. 28 yards. They tripled their second half productivity in one play. Beautiful throw and catch.
You know, like we mentioned before, the whole time, I mean, you know, I could see if this was a team that hadn't run traditionally, but they've thrown over 140 passes. They can do this well.
Stringer back under center. Harry Cox goes in motion. He has the football around right end, turns his shoulders north and south, inside the 50, inside the 45, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Another Smith Station first down. Stops made by Kylie Lee for the Tigers. 14-yard run.
Well, it's amazing at what a pass can do for your running game, isn't it?
It really is. Big pass completion, big run there for a first down. Clock down to 10 minutes remaining in the football game. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Harry Cox goes in motion. Handoff Garrett Fuller. Garrett Fuller goes nowhere. Play failed again. 2nd and 10.
Well, we certainly know that the adjustment's up inside because Garrett Fuller was one of those guys that he was eating up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry in the first half, and it's been non-existent for him up inside thus far in the second half. .40 and counting.
In the football game, 2nd and 10 for Smith Station. Harry Cox, your ball carrier, trying to get on right in inside the 35. Harry Cox falls for it, dives to the 30. Going to be very close to a first down. Looks like he might be about a yard short. You're right, TJ. You said it early in the football game. He runs like he's 180, 200 pounds.
Tell you, just looking at the way he's slashing in there, man. You know, this kid obviously is special. He is indeed a warrior because, again, even in his uniform, he probably doesn't go 155, 156 pounds.
You just saw Terrell Stringer go down the offensive line and pop every one of his linemen on the helmet because they're making it happen right now. Stringer takes the football, hands it off. That's Garrett Fuller right at the gut. Goes nowhere. I do not think he got it. It's going to be decision time.
There's no decision to make. You got to go.
And we see Mitchell Dean coming in the football game. Linebacker / fullback.
Although I don't know if that freshman kicker, if we're within his range, Jeff Carrero, I mean, you know, I've seen him
be a 47-yarder from here.
Do some wonderful things. I don't know if this is a great spot to put him in.
Big play here, 4th down and a long one for the Panthers at the 30 of the Tigers. Harry Cox goes in motion. Harry Cox has the football. Harry Cox falls for it. It depends on the spot. Does he get a left foot, right foot spot? Let's see what it's going to be. Ricardo Hutchinson on the stop. Auburn says they think they have stopped him. Well, the officials are looking. They hadn't called for a measurement yet, which is surprising.
Looking here,
there is that much difficulty. And they say they're not even going to measure. They're 30 yards across the field, and they're not going to measure for a first down. Do not move the chains. I think I would request a measurement just to see.
Well, they got they got an official timeout now. I think they're going to be forced to measure this.
Yeah, because they called for the stoppage of play to look, and they looked, and they looked. The easiest thing to do is just bring the chains out there and get it over with.
That's right. And you would think of a game this tight. Why not? I mean, what are you going to hurt?
8-10. And they're still sitting here looking. Why don't you just, I don't understand, why don't you just bring the chains? 8-10 remaining in the football game. Now we're going to finally bring the chains on the field. DJ, I haven't seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. They're asking for coaches to what? I don't understand this. Are they saying? I don't understand it. Are they? I think some of the Auburn coaches, you look down, are maybe contesting that the chains might have been moved a little bit.
I got a feeling this is going to be a mess.
I want to stay right here because I don't want to miss anything, and I don't want you either. That's why you got them.
I know in Georgia that the protest has been taken out of the games. I think that, and I don't know how it is on this side of the river. I know the rules change.
And
but
I don't understand how you can possibly say the chains were moved by looking down, because it looks like the Auburn coaches are really pointing down saying, see, you can see the chain. It's a football field. Now what are they doing? Well,
I tell you what, might be a great opportunity for us to go down and talk to Rachel. Rachel, I'm sure, has something for us down there. But at the same time,
Yeah, I quite don't understand it. Maybe if Rachel, maybe during the timeout, we might can find out maybe what's going on here. And let's see what they're going to finally do here. Well, let's go down to the sideline now and check in with Rachel Barbeau while this confusion is going on. Let's go down to Rachel.
Yes, guys, I'm